Welcome to episode 6 of the Katzzbros podcast. I am George Katz.
And I'm Andy Katz.
And today we'll be talking about the MLB, the 2 proposals that have been made, divisions that were also proposed, and the polls that we posted on our Instagram page. But as you can see, we have a returning guest on this episode, Zach Stanger.
What up?
How you doing? How's quarantine?
I'm just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Just watching a bunch of YouTube and stuff. Watching your podcast, supporting the Katzzbros as usual.
You're too kind. I know you're extra excited too because what other sports coming back?
NHL, baby. That's my Hawks, baby. We're going to the Cup.
Let's say that for another episode. Hopefully we'll get into the NHL. But before we do, I think we have an announcement to make.
So, like I said in the previous episode, we officially made it on Spotify, but not only Spotify, also Apple Podcasts. So go ahead and check us out on those platforms, as well as all of our social media platforms as well. That being said, George.
Well, before we get into the MLB, you mentioned you've been watching a lot of YouTube, and I know what you've been watching. You're a huge fan of Flight Reacts. So let's get into the 1v1 he had against Mikey Williams.
Yeah, so Flight's been training with my guy R2 Ball, NBA trainer, He's been getting ready for June because June's his big month. So yesterday he played phenom Mikey Williams. He's insane at basketball.
What school is he at? What school is he at?
He's a freshman in high school.
Oh, okay.
In California. He dropped 77 this year. School record. I think it might have been a California record. He's insane, but he also trains with R2 Ball. So Flight had his first 1v1 pre-June, and everyone was roasting him because he got destroyed 30-3.
In all fairness, I think anybody that went up against Mikey Williams, we gotta show you. Listen, I think Flight can annoy me sometimes, yeah, but I'm gonna have to back him up on this one. Anyone playing Mikey Williams, especially a YouTuber training, was going to get absolutely shit on.
Yeah, there's a difference between a YouTuber and, playing a YouTuber and playing a future NBA, all-star, in my opinion. He could win some awards. So, he's used to playing, Cash and, DDG and those people, but Mikey Williams is, a huge step up. And, yes, he shot 10% from the field. He shot 3 for 30. But, that post move he had when he got hyped, that was fire, bro.
All right.
And then he hit that 3, and then he had the other post move with the left hand. I mean, Mikey shot 60% from the field. He shot 30 for 50. But, the one thing I would say for Flight is that his defense has improved. He's gotten lower. He actually was able to stop Mikey a little bit, even though Mikey did, dunk on him once. But
angles, baby, angles.
He's still improving. He's improving. He's able to cut. He was able to cut Mikey off a few times. And he's also going to the post more because before this, he was just chucking threes and hoping they went in. But now coming June, he's going in the post more. He's using his 6'3" frame, even though he's somewhat skinny. But he's still the one problem I saw is on his shot is he's still not following through.
Yeah,
he
was shooting and then right away. Yeah,
no gooseneck, huh?
No gooseneck, baby.
He just and it was a 1v1 where it was one shot, no rebounds.
Yeah.
So
there's no purpose of chasing
cost him
it.
A lot. And then his dribble moves are still not the smoothest, but
a little sloppy, but especially against Mikey.
Yeah,
okay, if you just look at the body picture, Mikey is built
6'2", 175.
And he's pretty solid, muscular, and he already knows. And he's already advanced his game. There's not a lot of people, even though he played a YouTuber, that throws it off the backboard and goes and slams it.
He's insanely advanced.
He has a bright future, Mikey. And then compared to Flight, he's all bony and skinny. Of course, Mikey was just gonna take him. Nobody expected Flight to win, but it's a spectacle. They were saying Connor versus Floyd, it's a spectacle out there.
Yeah. Shout out Mikey Williams.
Yeah, not to roast my man Flight. Flight, you're still the GOAT, carrying 2020. He's got 5 million combined subscribers. Tune into his Twitch, Flight23 White. And yeah, that's the GOAT. So make sure to tune in. That's my guy.
All right. Now that we got that out of the way, because that was pretty big news, and there's not a lot of big news coming out in the COVID pandemic, I must say. But now we'll get into what our actual episode's about, and it'll be MLB. And the first thing I want to get into is the polls that we have been posting on our Instagram. And if you did not know that who runs the Instagram account, it is this man right here, Zach Stanger. So he's done a fantastic job with the polls and the posts. And I think it's about time he gets his recognition on an episode.
Way to give him the rub.
I give him the rub. First one I want to get into is very highly debated especially in the steroid era. And should Barry Bonds be in the Hall of Fame? 59% of you guys said yes. 41% of you guys said no.
Where do you guys fall on this one? Let's go around the horn here.
I think you're Mr. Analytics. You want to run some stats real quick?
Oh yeah, I'm Mr. Numbers. So Barry Bonds, we all know he took the juice. 1998 was the year they said before the 1998 season was the year he did it. He admitted to it. He's not like, did A-Rod admit
No,
to it
I
yet?
don't think he did.
A-Rod, we know.
Neither did Braun. Neither did Braun. Or did he?
The Hebrew Hammer?
Braun?
No, he lied about it.
He lied about it, then they got caught.
I think you made Aaron Rodgers look bad.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, didn't somebody come out and like defend him?
It might have been Rodgers. I don't
Was it
remember.
Rodgers?
I think it might have been Rodgers because someone defended him and then they found out
and then we were just
like,
oops. Changed my mind.
Ever since he's been off it, he's a little been on the decline.
Irrelevant.
But back to the thing.
Yeah, so Barry Bonds, 1998, overall in his career, 762 homers, 1,996 RBIs. He ranks first in homers, fourth in RBIs. 298 batting average, which is better than A-Rod and Nolan Arenado currently. 444 on base and 1.051 OPS. So he obviously was a god. Like, before 1998 is when he wasn't using steroids.
I mean, the puny Bonds and
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, puny Bonds.
He was still hitting though.
I know.
He averaged 31 homers a season.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just saying, like, if you were gonna tell me he's not on steroids, look at him from his Pittsburgh days.
Like Sosa on the White Sox was like looking like me.
Yeah.
And then he just became a big boy.
Yeah, Sosa became me. Like I said. Yeah. I'm all natural though. No PD you saw here.
Yeah. So like Bonds before steroids, 31 homers. This is average in all of his seasons before 1998. 31 homers. 91 RBIs, 288 average, 406 on base, and 958 OPS, which in today's game, I think we can all agree would be all-star numbers.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
For sure all-star numbers.
Yeah, hands down.
And then after the steroids, he obviously, beefed up a little bit, got some power on the swing, He averaged 47 homers, including a season where he had 73, 107 RBIs, a 324 average, a 500 on base, and a 1.234 OPS.
Somebody's been saving up on those VCs.
Ronnie 2K, that guy.
So what do you think? Hall of Fame? Based on his stats before, do you think if he averaged 31, 91, 288 average, do you think that's a Hall of Fame player?
Puny Bonds?
Yeah, with the 31 homers, 91 RBIs on average. Is that a Hall of Fame player?
I'd say so. What do you guys think?
I definitely would. If I had a voting, I would put Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. And I want to address something. Even though he was on the roids, he still has to make contact. Like steroids, he still has to track the baseball and make contact. Yeah, it gives him a lot of power because he's bulked up, but steroids don't affect your eyes. So for him, okay, yeah, I'm not advocating what he did was right, but still, it was kind of still impressive because you still got to track 99, and then you got to
make contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's actually a really good point. I feel like that gets overlooked a lot.
Yeah. It's like it gets out of the look because as soon as somebody takes steroids, like it's supernatural. He doesn't have to track. Like all the skills gone. Well, yes, maybe the power asset. Yes, that skill is gone because he's juiced to the goddamn gills. But that doesn't affect his eye. He still has to track it.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I mean, naturally over time, he wouldn't have gotten as big as he was, but he would have gotten bigger. Like, you're going to be weightlifting regularly.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure even from Pittsburgh to his early San Francisco years, he got stronger, but he wouldn't have gotten as strong. But I agree. I think he's a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, he wouldn't have looked like Yoel Romero from the UFC.
Oh, my God.
That man is...
Soldier to God. But, no.
I think he's a Hall... I don't know how people can say he's not, in my opinion. He's just talented at baseball. He knows how to hit the ball. I think without steroids, he probably would have averaged 35 homers still. So, like, that's, in today's game, that's an all-star, like, regularly. That's an every year all-star, top 10 player in the league. I don't see him not being Hall of Famer.
So I just want to have my 2 cents to this. So one, especially with Barry Bonds, like, it was just crazy because yes, he was on the juice, but I'll never forget he kind of in a way did change the game because I remember like there were times where like there would be bases loaded, and literally people would intentionally walk him. So they were so afraid, like you said, of his skill set. At any point he could hit one out of the yard.
Yeah.
So that, and if you guys take a look back, I remember a couple months ago I saw this clip on YouTube where he was facing. You guys remember Eric Gagne, the closer for the Dodgers back in the day?
Nasty.
Yeah. They had this sequence where Bonds was batting and Eric Gagne was pitching. And again, how you were talking about, like this, you still need to have skill to track the ball.
Yeah.
For those of you out there, go ahead and go search Barry Bonds versus Eric Gagne on YouTube and just watch that pitch sequence and how like Barry Bonds had a battle against one of the top, if not the elite closer at that time in his career.
He was nasty.
Yeah. So like I said, even though yes he was on the juice, like you said, you still had to track the ball, especially a guy against Gagne who was an elite closer at the time. That was, if you have time, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, like I said, those are my 2 cents as far as Barry Bonds goes. What were you gonna say?
Gagne had that Vulcan changer.
Yeah.
He had that guy.
He had like a Vulcan.
He had a Vulcan changer.
Who,
Not
Eric
just Eric
Gagne?
Gagne, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That was his best pitch. Obviously, it was absolutely dirty, and I don't recall that bet, but
yeah, you guys, I don't know if you guys were even born
alive.
here. Yeah, you guys were just like pooping in diapers at the time.
Yeah.
I think Eric Gagne was on steroids too, but
whatever.
Yeah. Like just think about this. Starling Marte was on steroids, and I'm pretty sure he still was the same player.
Yeah, he was. He didn't drastically change. Like he didn't have that massive jump.
Yeah.
That you hope to obtain with the PEDs.
Steroids,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so that shows you still have to have some type of skill with the eye tracking of the baseball.
Yeah. Is it cheating? Yes, to an extent, but you still have to pull your weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not advocating steroids for anyone out there. We're not advocating people to use steroids to make them better. We're just saying that, we're saying that it's not all that. Like, you can improve naturally. Like, it's going to help you, but you still have to be good at your sport if you ever want to get way better.
Yeah, and you still got to put in the work.
Yeah.
And we're just defending Barry Bonds' Hall of Fame to be in the Hall of Fame for what he did pre-fine. You want to put an asterisk next to his name for when he was on the roids? Fine. But you got to take apart when he was off the roids. Those numbers were still freakishly insane.
Yeah.
I think that's all our points here that we're on a yes.
Well said. Well said.
Moving on to the next one. Better shortstop, Javier Baez or Francisco Lindor? And easily top 5 shortstops in the game. 100%. Maybe top 2 in others. But 85% of people voted Javi and 15% voted for Lindor.
I think we're a little biased on this one, says big Cubs fans.
I don't think. Okay,
I'll be
you could
honest.
say a little bit, but I think last year Lindor played more games than Javi. 'Cause Javi had the thumb injury or the hand injury, right? And Javi's numbers were still better than Lindor. I think he missed 22 games, something like that. I don't know off the top of my head.
He played 22 less games in 2019 than he did in 2018.
Do you have the numbers?
Yeah.
To read
I
comparison
got
their
the numbers.
season.
Of course, I got the numbers.
Stat man on track.
Okay, so
It's like Jonah Hill and Moneyball, baby, right here, baby. Great baseball movie. Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, and the Oakland Athletics. Great movie, Moneyball.
Okay, I got 2018 and 2019 Baez and Lindor. So we'll compare 2018 and compare 2019. So Baez 2018, which is when he absolutely went off. I think he was
MVP contention year. Yeah.
Robbed of MVP, in my opinion.
34 home runs, 111 RBIs, and a 290 batting average, which for Javi is good because, he's wild at the plate.
Yeah.
We all know that, but he's gotten better at that. And then Lindor, 2018. More home runs with 38, less RBIs with 92, and an average of 277. But that's not it. You have to look at the WAR. That's the advanced stat now.
Yeah.
Wins above replacement.
Wins above replacement.
So, breaking it down to offensive WAR and defensive WAR. Javi's offensive WAR in 2018 was 5.5, and Lindor's was 6.4. And Javi's defensive WAR was 1 and 2.4. So, I think we can say Lindor had a...
Statistically?
Statistically with WAR...
In 2018.
Lindor had a better 2018, but Javi carried the team.
He carried the Cubs that year.
Yeah.
Wasn't KB hurt?
KB was hurt.
That's when he first started. I think.
He had the shoulder.
He had the shoulder the whole year.
Our offense got off to a really slow start. Literally, Baez was literally carrying the offense the first couple months. Yeah.
They both have incredible defense, like
Oh, yeah.
with the arm and stuff. They're good friends too.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
They have
I would
much
love
respect.
I would love for them to be a double play tangent.
That'd be
second and
nasty.
short,
That'd be nasty.
turn
Nothing
everything.
would get by that
They
infield.
turn everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Javi carried us that year. He's the only reason we were like close to a playoff spot.
That,
But
he
if
came
you look
second
at
in
the
MVP.
If you look at
Yeah.
the WAR, I guess. But you also have to think about replacement is like who's behind them. I don't know the backup shortstop, but ours was we either had Zobrist. Was Listella on the team that year?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is last
Listella,
year,
who
yeah.
would hit like 300 regularly.
Mhm.
So like if you think of those as Javi's replacements,
Oh,
who
so
could hit, they could also
yeah.
that's gonna decrease his WAR because they were good players, and I can't think of Lindor's backup shortstop.
And therein lies the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Yeah.
we're not talking about that. 2019 right now, Javi Lindor. 2019, Javi played 138 games. I think Lindor played like 150, high 150s. Javi had 29 homers, 88 RBIs, and a 281 average. And Lindor had 32 homers, only 74 RBIs, and a 284 average. Javi's WAR was 3.4 offensively and 3.3 defensively. And Lindor's was 3.8 offensively and 1.9 defensively.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So we'll take away. But yeah, again, I won't be like, oh look, they threw the WAR out in 2018 bias them.
Yeah.
That bias. Okay, fine. If you want to look at the WAR, Lindor had him in 2018. Baez has him in 2019.
Yeah.
Well, you want to throw it out. Baez played less in
Yeah.
2019. And in 2018, he was second in MVP voting behind Christian Yelich.
Still got robbed.
Still got it. Listen, Yelich in Miami.
There's a little.
Yeah.
It's a little sus.
And then what he did in Milwaukee.
He's gotten way better. I'm not gonna
accuse
him of
him,
steroids, but like
But something's a little
he's gotten
fishy
better.
there.
He's gotten better.
Yeah. So
I
I
mean,
mean, maybe he
listen,
was less motivated because of all
Miami,
the tragedies
yeah.
in Miami.
Could be.
And he came to a contending team. Well, he made him a contender.
May have lit a fire under their ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
But something there's a little off.
He's got better.
I mean, everybody gets better. I understand,
Yeah.
but this was like the leap of faith.
Yeah, it was insane.
I
Like
mean-
we thought we were done with the Ryan Braun years of Cubs killing, and then
Oh God.
Christian Yelich just comes up, and I'm
It's like
like,
the second coming.
yeah,
But
but I'm not gonna accuse him.
you can say the same about Bellinger, but Bellinger
Uh,
Bellinger.
I think
jumped this
he's
year.
Yeah.
yeah, but I feel like he like steadily improved.
Oh, what are the odds? They were both 1-2 in this 2019 race.
though. Yeah, they had yeah.
They always had talent. Bellinger
Yeah.
was always behind like Peterson and stuff. Like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like back to Hobby.
Yeah.
What
I
do
was
you
gonna say like even like from like kind of like not even look at like the statistics, just look at like the intangibles that they bring. Like look at Javi. Like he has throughout these years like literally developed into a clubhouse leader. He's got swag. He's got the nickname El Mago. Kids
Yeah.
are rocking his jersey.
Yeah,
It's
kids
like
want to be him in the middle infield.
right.
Yeah,
and like
that's
I haven't even talked about like his tagging skills. Are just
Impeccable.
like
So quick.
and he just makes everything just look so effortless and easy. Like that's not a knock on Lindor. I feel like it doesn't help that Lindor plays in a small market too.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, obviously. But just, I mean, like everybody just wants to be like Javi now. Especially like, do you remember when he had like that, like the hair extensions? For, like, was it like
yeah.
Players Weekend
Players
or something?
Weekend. Yeah. I think
But like it was like swag, like just his swag, and like he's one of those players that's like, do I want to be in the trenches with a
Yeah.
guy like this? And like I said, no knock on Lindor, but just like Baez has that it factor, and like considering from where he came from back in 2014 when he got called up, he's dramatically cut down. His swings and misses and his strikeouts, and literally become a clubhouse leader.
Yeah.
And essentially, like you said, in 2018, strapped a backpack on, especially those first couple months where our offense was just non-existent. And like I said, I hope we re-sign him to an extension.
Yeah.
I'll be very upset if we don't, and I think it would be
Yeah.
a very boneheaded move if we just let him walk or
Yeah.
trade him for something.
Tommy Ricketts just we're in that big market. I mean, we had that ring, Lindor. Remember that 3-1 lead? That's gone. But yeah, Javi, I don't see how Lindor's better. I mean, 22 less games and more RBIs and about the same amount of home runs. Let's say he hits 22, I'll give him 9 homers and like 15 RBIs. That'd be 38 and 103 compared to 32 and 74. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's. I mean, you can say it's
Yeah.
close. I don't think it's that close.
I really don't. Think about Javi's transcended the game. when he was with the Puerto Rican national team, the Yadier Molina, Nelson Cruz play, when he did the no-look tag and point to Yadi, kids started doing that now.
Yeah, he's a trendsetter.
Yeah, that's all he is.
Yeah.
He's fantastic to watch. He's good for the sport of baseball, even though
He could be almost like Michael Jordan was to basketball in a way.
But I think that should be reserved for Mike Trout. But that's just the MLB not knowing how to market players, and there's been problems with that.
A story for another day.
I'm gonna get into the MLB when we get that.
We know.
I want to focus on the polls right now.
You got your glasses ready.
Where are my glasses? I don't even have them for this episode. God damn it. Better third baseman now, Chris Bryant or Matt Chapman? 80% said Chris Bryant, 20% Matt Chapman. Now,
did they just vote on him for his looks?
Who, Chris Bryant?
Yeah. I know he's got the express deal. Yeah. I think he still has that. I know he just got married, had a kid.
This one was difficult for me, and at the time, I did vote KB. But now that I've had time to think about it and knowing we were going to do this episode, KB does have more years than Chapman, don't get me wrong. And yes, he's done a lot in those first 2 years. Let's see. Rookie of the Year, MVP, World Series, and Chapman hasn't done it. Oh, and the World Series. Yeah, it said champion. He's got a ring. But Chapman is in that small market, Oakland, and he is the face of Oakland. Am I wrong?
I think you're right. Canna and Semien and Olsen, but no one like
Chapman.
Remember we saw his dad?
Yeah, we did.
We did at the game.
We saw Matt Chapman's dad.
Matt Chapman's dad. He threw the home run derby to Matt Chapman. We saw him at the game.
But defensively, KB is not there with Chapman. Chapman has a rocket of an arm and slings that bad boy around the diamond.
Arenado was actually talking about that on this week's episode of Barstool.
Chapman's arm?
Yeah, basically, because I think they were actually high school teammates together, which I didn't even know about that. But side note.
It's a good side note, though. Yeah. But, again, if you look offensively, though, this year, I don't guarantee you got the numbers.
Oh, I got the numbers right here, baby.
KB.
Stats on track, baby.
KB is more of a better offensive player than
Especially
Chapman.
Now with the healthy shoulder.
Yeah, healthy shoulder. So, their games are like this. And it's like, do you want an offensive-minded or a defensive-minded player? And don't get me wrong, Chapman can hit too. It's almost like if the question's like right now, knowing that KB has one or two more years left on that deal, and I don't want to deal with that agent Scott Boras of his. I don't want to deal with it. I'll get into him in a bit too.
Drink every time my brother mentions Scott Boras.
Yeah, you guys would have a fun drinking game. And knowing Chapman's a little bit younger, and he does have that control. I did vote Bryant, but I would go Chapman, I think.
All right, I'll get into the stats quick.
All right, stats on track. What we got?
Chapman, 2019. Chapman, 36 home runs, 91 RBIs, 249 average, which is kind of low, and an 848 OPS. While KB, 31 home runs, which is 5 less, 77 RBIs, which is 14 less, 282 average, which is a little higher, and then .903 OPS, which is also a little higher. So, and then also if you look at the WAR, KB's offensive WAR was 4.7, but his defensive WAR was negative because he makes a lot of errors.
Yeah.
Like his throwing errors can sometimes be bad. But Chapman's was 4.8 offensively, which is higher than KB's, and 3.9 defensively, which is way higher. So also remember the last thing you have to think of, they have Bodie at third base.
Yeah, they signed to that 5-year extension.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a steal.
And then we've got Chapman. I don't know who their backup third baseman is, so you have to take that into consideration. Yeah. But also, I mean, the defense, that's not up for debate. Chapman's just way better at defense.
Yeah, he's more defensive minded.
Yeah, way more. And then hitting, Chapman can hit bombs, 36 of them this year. But I don't know. If you're starting a franchise right now, I think I'd take Chapman.
I think we would all.
I think KB definitely has the winning, like the
winning mentality. Yeah.
You know, like you said, Rookie of the Year, MVP, World Series champion. Like he's got the winning pedigree down, but I don't know if you're talking long term. I feel like Chapman may have slowly, if not, have taken the torch.
And plus, KB's got those injuries. He had that knee that 1 year, the shoulder.
Yeah, I think
I don't want to label him as an injury prone.
No, but compared to Chapman, to my knowledge, I haven't heard of any severe injury that he's had, knock wood, so far.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, this would
And again, all three of us would agree we just do not want to deal with Scott Boras.
Yeah, that's true. That's facts.
That's two.
Sorry. All right, next poll. Better outfielder right now, Ronald Acuna or Mookie Betts? Right now, 68% said Ronald, 32% Betts. This is kind of similar to the Chapman KB one because Mookie 2 years ago or a year off, we did win MVP for the AL the year Boston won.
Yeah.
2018?
Yeah, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronald's coming up now. He just what? Did he just have like 40 and 40 or 40 2020?
Stats on track. What you got?
41 homers, 100 RBIs.
He had 40 20, I think.
37 stolen bases.
Okay, 40 40 almost.
And then 280 average, 880 OPS, 4.8 OWAR, 0.9 DWAR.
So again, going back to the question it is right now, knowing Ronald will get locked up in Atlanta and Mookie just got traded for a bag of chips. So it's literally a bag of chips. Verdugo. Listen, I don't know what's going on in Boston.
Yeah.
You know, they got rid of Dave Dumbass Dombrowski.
Hey, man.
He did win him a ring, but they brought the new guys in and they start doing fire sales, and then they traded Mookie Betts for. When I read that trade, I'm like, please.
You almost fell over your chair.
I thought I put like CPU force trades down in the show or something. That was ridiculous for an all-star MVP World Series champion caliber player, and that's what they got back. I felt embarrassed for Boston fans.
But you know what's crazy? If we don't have an MLB season, because I know we'll get to that, but
because all of them send off, and that's where I'm going with not knowing Mookie has 1 year left.
Yeah.
And Ronald, I could control, and I think Ronald's on the up and up. This is I don't know how many. This is second season, third season. Gonna be third.
Yeah. 2018, I think.
I'm taking Ronald. He has so much upside. And the way
younger.
I understand what people are gonna say is, oh, that lack of hustle he had in the playoffs when he got sit. Yeah, was that?
So did Manny Machado. Look at the contract he got.
White Sox fans should be happy they didn't sign Manuel Machado when Reinsdorf was trading for cash for the Bulls, and the joke going around was, oh, he's saving that cash for Machado. So they should be happy they didn't give Manuel that contract.
God, you're so respectful calling him by his birth name.
I have respect for him, but again, Ronald, he's just up and he's young. I would go Ronald.
So we agree. Acuna long term.
Yeah, Acuna all day because, like we said, if this 1 year is over, I mean, we're talking about player too. Acuna's like beyond better. Like Mookie, maybe better defensively. Yeah, his WAR was a little bit better defensively.
But look at the teams he's also been on. Like he hasn't been on like any, like as far as like rebuilding too. You know what I mean? He's always been on the
playoff.
He's always been on a contending team. You know, where Acuna's kind of had a there from scratch essentially. I mean, I know Atlanta's kind of on the up and up. You know, they made a couple playoff appearances, but
Acuna got them there. They got Dansby Swanson, who honestly has been like mediocre. I think he's hitting like 280.
Number one pick, right?
Yeah, they traded for Shelby Miller, idiots in Arizona, but
they're an interesting team.
Yeah, they have Mad Bum. That team is weird.
We'll get into all that.
Weird, but yeah, I think Acuna, especially if I'm starting right now, I'm taking Acuna all day over.
Acuna for the win, huh?
Bets.
Yeah,
big bet.
Big bet.
You?
No pun intended.
What's
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say Acuna too, especially like you said with this 1 year contract that Mookie's on. If we don't have a season, like, does that mean do the players become free agents next year? Does that 1 year?
They do. They already signed that off.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's gonna be interesting.
That's bad.
That's bad
for a lot of teams out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
a whack time we live in.
Thank you, COVID.
Yeah.
All right, so Acuna for the win.
Yeah.
All right, and last but not least.
Nope, second to last.
Oh, sorry.
No, we got like three more.
No,
boys.
we got two more.
I forgot to do that one. My bad, boys.
Oh.
Will the Phillies make the playoffs? 60% yes, 40% no. I say no.
Emphatic no.
Listen, they do have that megastar Bryce Harper and the $330 million contract, but let me just take a look at their roster real quick. JT Andrew McCutchen. This isn't prime Pirates McCutchen.
This is post ACL McCutchen, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah. So I want to see how he's gonna play.
They do have Didi Gregorius though. Again, coming off an injury, but still coming to play for his boy Girardi.
Oh, I forgot they do have Girardi. Yeah, they did get Girardi.
That's why that bum. Who's that bum? Who's their old
man? Kepler, Dave Kepler.
Kepler, Mr. Analytics.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Dude, some of his moves that he would make.
Disgusting.
Analytics down the toilet.
They also have one of the best catchers, if not best catcher in the league, JT Realmuto.
Contreras. Sorry.
I said one of the best. I don't want to make all Philly fans mad because that's how they are.
Yeah.
And then they have that dog shit boy at batting 3 for that mega contract, overrated piece of shit, Bryce Harper, and with his agent.
I feel like you hate the agent more.
I hate Bryce Harper so much. He acts so cocky. Like
I will give you my. I'm telling you. I will. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
He
But
thinks one
wait,
of-
we
he
mentioned
thinks
Scott
one of
Boras.
Garrett Holland, and he thinks he literally he just runs, throws his bat, acts like he's good. Like wow.
Whatever.
Where's the playoffs? You
We
make it to the
we
playoffs,
both didn't
you
make the
bum,
playoffs.
You bum.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Reese Hoskins, up and coming star.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
that's
guess.
he's kind of good friends with Harper, so hopefully it doesn't go down his route.
Hopefully Harper doesn't pull LeBron and trade his best friend.
Yeah. Gene Segura, you mentioned Didi, Scott Kingery, bum. Let's get to their rotation. Oh, this is Aaron Nola.
Oh God, wait.
3.55 ERA. Aaron Nola, that's your ace apparently. Okay. Zach Wheeler, you just signed. I'm not going to crap on him. I have respect for him. He had a great season in New York, deserved the contract, but 3.61 ERA. Vince Velasquez, he had that rocket top play, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
4.41 ERA. Zach Eflin, 4.45 ERA.
You skipped one.
I know I did, but last but not least, Jake Bone Spur Arrieta, 4.30 ERA. You know who represents him? Scott goddamn Boras.
Drink to that.
Yeah. They rank 11th in ERA in the NL, 12th
in
saves. God, you need pitching when it comes in October, and you expect these bums with their ERAs to win? Absolutely not. Your division is too stacked. For God's sakes, Ronald Acuna and Ozzie Albies and Friendly Freeman and the Braves are in division. None of your boys in this rotation can pitch to them. The New York Mets, I thought they were delusional for trading for Marcus Stroman, have a better pitching rotation that they do. I'll take their 3 in a best of 5, and I don't even care. And I'll throw all 3 of them out over your rotation. Don't care. I'm sorry, Philadelphia Phillies fans. Your team is not a playoff team. You can't change my mind. Overrated. Paid way too much for a lot of people on that roster. But my case is settled. Not a playoff team. Off to you guys now.
Question. Or not even a question. More like statement. First of all, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You need to drink of the water.
I think I've run it out. Can somebody give me a water bottle, please? Anybody?
You know what's ironic? When I was listening to the Barstool episode of Bryce Harper,
At the end.
when I was listening to the Barstool episode with Bryce Harper, and apparently Bryce claims that when Washington signed Patrick Corbin, he turned to his boy Scott Boras, I got you, and he said they're going to win the World Series because they signed pitching. So ironically, according to our research here, Philly doesn't have pitching, yet the Nationals don't re-sign Bryce, sign pitching, and what happens? They win a World Series.
They got the ring, yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's the water.
Shout out
Thank
to
you
the
very
GM,
much.
Mike Rizzo.
Mike Rizzo. He knew what he needed.
What a beauty.
He didn't need a bitch boy. He needed pitching, and that's what he got. And now he's got a ring to prove it. And he's got a rising star in Juanito Soto, baby. I love it.
Yeah, I hate the Phillies because, I kind of bet $10 last year that they would make the playoffs.
I told you don't take that money.
Thiessen stole my money.
I told you don't take that money.
You stole my $10 because
Who stole your money?
Connor Thiessen.
Oh.
That's my guy.
I told
bro.
you don't
He
take that
stole-
money.
I have so many bets with him, bro.
God, I feel so old yet proud at the same time.
Yeah,
I tried
that's
to
pretty
warn you.
unacceptable that this roster, Bryce Harper, I can't even look at you. Like you're so bad to just watch play. Like you hit 260. Your contract, the amount of millions in your contract was higher than your batting average. First of all,
Wow,
260 batting average, 330.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
And then I don't even know. You could add his home runs to it. It'd still be under 330.
Number one, that home run derby title you have was rigged. You're
Stolen.
lucky it was in Washington.
Stolen.
Your daddy was pitching it to you before the ball even landed.
Yeah.
That home run derby belongs here in Chicago to Kyle
Schwarber.
Schwarber daddy,
I
baby.
think Schwarber was trying to, do the deed. And he's like, listen, if I let him win, maybe he'll sign with us.
Yeah, he should have signed here. He might have had a ring, but no. You
I don't want him
sit
anymore.
there in your home in Philly and stay ringless.
Yeah, I don't want him anymore. He can go have some Philly school, pay his kids tuition. Like, it's fine.
Wow.
I don't need him.
Spill the tea. Why don't you?
Yeah, we don't need him. Like, what has he done?
Nothing.
You know, it'd be funny if he uses this for motivation.
Good, I hope so.
You're
Please.
still gonna suck. You're not gonna do anything. You'll hit another 260 again, you bum.
Is that did we get everybody's opinion? Do you have anything to say?
They're not making playoffs.
Even if I tried, it couldn't be as poetic as you guys.
Okay, so that's a no. Let's do the World Series one. Who's gonna win the World Series this year? If
Assuming there's a season.
Next year, whatever.
The Houston Astros, JK.
A team out of the AL or the NL?
38% said AL, 62% AL.
When do the Dodgers get a ring?
I don't want them to.
They're not going to get a ring.
Fan.
Not a Dodgers fan. They probably won't get a ring because they don't know how to learn how to win. And that's ironic because didn't Dave Robertson win one with the Red Sox, I'm pretty sure, in 04 with that miraculous run coming back against Yankees and Pedro Martinez. They are my daddy. Shout out to him. But I don't know. I think the Yankees, like I said in one of the previous videos, Garrett Cole, you need to show up now that you got your contract.
Wait, how does Cashman sign the checks?
Yes, thank you. Just all the New York money right now just flow it into his bank account. He just goes, thank you, next. But they need one. They have the team to do it. I think they could do it. Houston, listen.
Slider!
Listen.
Yes,
you might have the manager gone, but the talent is still there. We cannot overlook them.
Wait, talent isn't on the
field.
Wait,
time out. If we're watching them when they know that this is coming,
wait,
if they hear the change
Okay, fine.
Do they still have the camera in center field?
No.
Ooh,
it's gone.
This would be interesting.
It's gone.
Okay, but there's in the NL, you got the Braves, you got the Dodgers, the LA Dodgers. You got my beloved Chicago Cubbies, baby. We're still in there. Don't sleep on us. I'm telling you right now.
Do you know something we don't know?
I know you Darvish is healthy last year. Healthy
Baby,
you. He was healthy. He was looking good. Give him a full season like that. That's an ace right there.
That's a Cy Young. Wait, we'll see. So what do you think, AL or NL? I'm going AL. I think the Yankees have a shot.
I think they have to. I mean, they literally broke the bank.
I know
And if Garrett Cole, puts on the backpack, straps him on.
I would say an AL team. I don't know if it's Yankees necessarily.
If not the Yankees, who you got?
Again, I gotta see what the season plays out.
That's
Anaheim's good, but they don't have pitching though. That's the problem.
I know they got Joe Madden. Maybe they'll make the playoffs. I don't know.
I like that for Trout.
Yeah,
I respect him.
Yeah.
I'm glad he made more than that bum. That 330 bum.
Isn't it crazy that they tried to lure him to play with the bum?
Yeah, unacceptable. They tried all they want. They probably try to tell him, we'll pay for your kids' schools too.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't be surprised, but good for Mike Trout. He's loyal and he stayed. Again, I want to see how Houston's going to play out with the new manager. I really do.
Who's their manager?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
I don't think they have one, do they? Who's their
I don't know. I don't even know.
I know. Wasn't their bench coach? Didn't one of them interview for the Cubs job?
Oh, yeah. Joe Espada.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm interested to see how they play out because they still have the pitching. They still have Verlander, still have Greinke. Mm-hmm. Yes, they did lose Cole, obviously, to New York.
But again, when one ace leaves, another comes in. That's why that was smart for them to trade for Greinke as the insurance.
I think they do have that pitcher. I can't remember his name. I think they do have pitching in their farm system too.
Oh, that's the crazy thing with them.
Forrest Whitley, thank you.
He's on the Astros, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
He's good. So I think they do have develop pitching. They still have some power around them. Obviously, I don't want you to use talent because you guys are just gonna say bang, but I'm interested to see how they play out. I'm gonna go AL. But obviously, I think we all want our Cubs to win, but for the sake of this,
the fan in me wants the NL, the
realist,
the realist, the baseball purist in me says AL.
Well, speaking of the NL, let's go to there. Can anyone contend with the LA Dodgers? 67% said yes, 33% no.
Do we have stats on track on this one or no?
Yeah. I got their lineup this year.
Listen,
so
we're wait. When we mean contend, basically
beat them
in the NLCS. Okay, I definitely think
beat them to represent the NL in the World Series.
Yes.
All right. I mean, the Cubs did it.
Exactly. I definitely think our Cubs can do it. I definitely think the Atlanta Braves can do it.
Friendly Freeman leading the charge.
We go to the lineup. Go one by one. I'll tell you what I think about them.
Mookie at leadoff.
Okay, if there's no season, irrelevant.
That's true.
Gavin Lux.
He's a stud coming up in the future for them.
Muncy.
Mad Max.
He has some pop in his bat. I'll respect it. But has he played big in a postseason though?
I don't think he was on that 16 team, was he?
No, but he was on the World Series team. I know that he did. Didn't he have a walk off in one of the
Oh, yeah, he
games?
did.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he has some.
Flip of a coin. See how it goes.
Depends how it
Yeah.
goes.
The Gingy.
Okay, he hit a walk off of John Lackey and Joe Madden. I don't know what the hell you were thinking, putting John Lackey in that situation. Made 0 sense, no baseball knowledge. I'm just glad you finally confessed the mistake you made in the 2016 World Series was throwing Chapman in Game 6 in that night. No business being there.
No business.
I'm proud that you finally admitted that. But JT, he's kind of losing his role there. There was like questions we didn't know, like him and Seager, like we didn't know where he was going to play. They had all these up and comers, so I'm curious to see how he's going to play out. Obviously, Bellinger respect. Without a doubt, that kid's rising star. Good for the league. That was Bellinger.
Yeah, that was Bellinger. Yeah, thanks for. Then you
Jack.
got.
Jack Peterson.
That's Jack.
Kid.
Jack Peterson.
I thought he was a White Sox. There was rumors about that.
Oh, there was
way,
rumor,
he's
yeah.
gonna get traded. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but they leaked it, and then obviously the deal fell through.
Listen, whatever, Jack. He's like still in that hobby swing, strikeout or bust, in my opinion.
I think the jury's still out on him.
Yeah.
Corey Seager.
Coming back from injury, definitely gonna have some rust, especially if it's a cadet season. Got to see how it played, but he was respectable. While healthy, he was a great player.
Then Will Smith, not the actor.
Thank you. We didn't know, but their catching prospect, obviously.
Oh, because they lost.
There's Yasmani to the Chicago White Sox for 4 years, and
wasn't it with the Brewers?
Oh, he did go to the Brewers. Yeah.
The Brewers first.
Yeah. So they're still trying to fill that catching position.
Yeah,
since he left.
but Will Smith is real good though.
Yeah.
He's
good.
But let's look at their pitching now.
Old reliable. Here we go.
When I grab the paper, you should listen.
Do you need your glasses for this?
Absolutely not. Clayton Kershaw, I respect you. I always admired you growing up. I thought you were an ace. Respect the hell out of you. Walker Buehler, young stud. I have all respect. David Price, you had carpal tunnel. David Price, Tampa Bay, you were solid. I respect you. Your Boston years, you were as a starter.
Detroit years too.
Detroit years, he was solid. A little Blue Jays years too, he stopped. But when he went to Boston,
too many video games.
He had the carpal tunnel. But I'll give you credit. In that World Series run, when you were that flamethrower out of the pen, you deserved that ring. You helped them. Is this Alex Wood?
Yes.
He even pitched last year. He's got a little quirky. He's a little quirky pitcher. All I know is Javi Baez gave him one in that game, 2 homers. So you did win us, whatever. Julio Urias, God, in 2016, Addison Russell was calling you Papa.
Yeah.
Ironically, he was having his own problems too.
Yeah.
Being a Papa.
Exactly. So
his own Papa problem.
the question is, why I say people could contend is, again, I think we're all going to agree on this, is my idol growing up, Clayton Kershaw. You don't show up in the postseason. It's always been the knock on you. You just don't show up.
That's true.
As much painful it hurts me because I wanted to pitch like you, even with that little quirky and the 12-6 curve.
You gonna cry?
No, I'm not gonna cry. He knows it's facts. Everybody knows it's fact. All right, he couldn't win the big one in Game 6. He got outpitched by Kyle Hendricks, the phenomenal gem, the professor.
Rizzo took him deep, and the
Contreras
whole stadium
took him deep.
The whole stadium's chanting Kershaw.
I was there.
Way to rub it in. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was there.
Walker Buehler, he had a good postseason last year. He showed up for his David Price.
Do you think Walker Buehler's slowly taking the torch?
Yeah.
Oh,
100%. I would agree. I think it's the right move. I think Kershaw knows it. It's
a changing of the guard. Oh, the others got to learn.
But I think Kershaw, obviously, he always has that back spasm problem somewhere in the summer.
Yeah. It's smart that they have the insurance policy and they're up and coming with
David Price, again, is that major key for me. Because I don't know what price we're getting.
He could be a flip
Because
of
if
a
he's
coin.
a starter, he better be that fucking Tampa Bay dog, that Detroit dog. He better not come out carpal tunnel.
What if he comes out of the pen?
I don't know who else is gonna be in the rotation.
They got Dustin May.
Dustin May is another good pitching prospect, which I think he should be in over Julio Urias, which I think he was.
But wasn't Urias hurt a couple years too?
Yeah,
he was in the bullpen.
He was in the bullpen.
Bullpen, okay.
But I do think Dustin May would jump, and then Alex Wood is just Alex Wood. You get whatever you get.
Obviously, I think we're forgetting to mention too. They lost Rich Hill and Kenta Maeda, 2 starters in the
rotation. Well, they traded Maeda in the Betts trade.
Don't they have Ross Stripling?
Yeah, they do.
He was good last year.
He was. So you got to see, again, that was a 1 year. There's a lot of question marks in that pen, and not in the pen, but, in the pen. Their pen is just shaky. They just try to get it to Jansen, if I'm wrong.
They're trying to make it to the weekend. They're trying to make it to the weekend really fast with the weekend.
Like, their pen is also shaky, but Canley,
Canley's been a little shaky, too.
Well, he did have that heart problem. We got to remember.
Yeah.
I don't want to shit on him.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. Like, again, if one man is carrying your bullpen, as we saw with the Chicago Cubs this past year, like, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. It is. And Jansen would get hit around last year. I remember coming back from when he was clear. So, when you need pitching, and obviously we all agree in October, that's why
pitching wins out.
There's a lot of question marks. And I feel there's other pitchers where if your offense isn't hitting, they could shut them down. Mm-hmm. Like we said, the Braves, they have Max Fried. He's good. Fried? Is it Fried?
Yeah.
Is it Fried? Fried? Sorry, my bad.
A little Frenchie
boy. He's good. They have a few others. I'm blanking on the rotation.
I know they lost Keuchel, obviously.
Because he went to the White Sox, too.
That was a good signing for them.
They needed an ace, but...
They need something.
God, Fulton? No, is it Fulton?
Fulton. Now it's still on.
Fultonevich, but I don't know if he was good last year or if it was the year before. He had a really good year. Yeah. There's others. I'm sorry, Atlanta fans. You have a good staff.
Ted Turner, we apologize.
But I do feel even the Cubs pitching, like we have better pitchers than this because they're proven. You got the Pitbull and Lester. You got the professor that already outpitched Kershaw before. Yeah. You do have Darvish, where if Darvish pitched like I did last year, he's better easily, and he's in that Cy Young candidate conversation. Quintana's
still reliable.
He pitched a hell of a game. I remember in Game 2 against Kershaw.
Yeah, no, like I said,
2 years ago, and that was the game. Almore went yard off Kershaw, but that was the game. John Lackey.
John Lackey's probably drinking beer in the bullpen.
I'm not blaming it. I'm saying Madden did put him in.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like John Lackey was probably like, "There's no way I'm playing today," and then for some reason we call him in.
Yeah.
And obviously we know JT Justin Turner walks us off, and the rest is history.
That's why I do think there's teams that can contend with the Dodgers.
100%. I agree. I think the Dodgers could lose. Do I think they will? No. I think they're going to make the World Series. I think it's possible.
If there's a season.
Yes, someone can contend. Also, with Quintana, if there's no season, he's a free agent.
Yeah. It's like I said, there's a lot of. I don't know how the MLB screwed this up. I'll tell you. Scott Boras. No.
Okay, so on to the division rundown. Do you have anything to say?
This is going to be fun.
If there's a division rundown, I'm going on my soapbox. We got the MLB versus the MLB PA. There's been the first proposal that was 50%. They got
50% what?
Cut salary, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Got denied. Okay. No problem with that. I understand. Blake Snell was the first to come out and say, I don't want to play. If you're going to reduce my salary with the risk of Corona, I'm not saying there's no risk. Don't get me wrong. I care about the player's safety, and I understand because Snell's making some of that. I had no problem with his comments. But when Bryce Harper came out and said, I don't want to play for half of my salary, like, dude.
So what's half of his salary?
16. No, it's like 16.
Stuff like that,
16
dude.
16 million.
Like, bro, come on. You don't get to talk like that. And they talked about it on First Take, and I'm going to quote Stephen A. Smith. Just shut up. Just shut up and don't talk. You have an MLB PA representing you. You don't need to talk. What Snell said was valid because he's not making your type of money, okay? Let me get that straight. But all in all...
his rookie deal?
No,
he did send...
But his contract... Okay, this is one thing I was thinking of why he shouldn't be... Like, Snell can whine, I guess. But, like...
I don't think none of them ever mind. I don't want to be like I'm bullying Bryce Harper now. No. But everybody needs to shut up. You have MLB PA that represents you for a reason. They could speak.
They are the voice of the players. Exactly. There's a reason why they're there. Agreed.
So just shut up. But continue with your Snell.
About Blake Snell, yes.
Yeah, I know his contract is structured so it goes like 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Like his contract is like...
It goes up every year.
It goes up every single year. Like it's structured in a way that like... He's making the least amount of his contract this year, but it will go up every single year. So, like, he doesn't really have much to worry about this year. Even though he's making a little amount of money, he'll still be making like $3.5 million, which I mean, it's still $3 million.
Mhm.
Like it's three. Like I don't know why that's such a big deal. Like, can you not support your like? I'm not gonna knock him,
Yeah.
like, but can you not support your family with $3 million?
Again,
Like, I
I don't want to knock anyone, but
I think we know what's the biggest thorn in your side.
but
right
then
now.
going into the second proposal was 60. I believe it was 60, or what was it again?
It was like as you go up in salary, as the salary increases, the cut is more.
Yeah.
So like players making $1 million will have less of a cut than players making 33 Bryce Harper dollars, whatever.
Yeah.
So like it makes sense. I think that one makes a lot more sense because it's just like it's basically just it's like taxing the rich. Like it's the same idea. You're basically just taxing the rich more because you know that. I mean, like if a $35 million player is making like $10 million this year, is he not going to be able to support his family in the future?
No.
Like I'm so.
I think they'll be all better off, more better off than us.
And then 100%. But the one guy I respect dealing out of the second was Trevor Bauer of the Cincinnati Reds, because this man had balls, and I want to represent. He had the big cojones to tweet this out yesterday. He goes, hearing a lot of rumors about a certain player agent meddling in MLB PA affairs. That is the Players Association for people that do not know. If true, and at this point, these are only rumors. I have nothing to say. ... And then he goes into one of my favorite things I've read over in quarantine. Scott Boras, rep your clients however you want to, but keep your damn personal agenda out of union business. And goddamn, Trevor Bauer, thank God somebody of your nature said it, because it had to be said.
The Bauer power.
The Bauer outage, wherever the hell, but goddamn, I'm gonna say this. Once I'm done with this, it'll be the last time I mention Scott Boras. Scott Boras, he's the super agent of the MLB, guys. He's got all the big names. He's got all of them, right? He doesn't give a damn shit about his players. He doesn't give a shit about them. All that man cares about is his commission that he's getting in those contracts. So you're damn right, when all the proposals are come out, I'm not surprised he's meddling in MLB PA affairs, because it's affecting his business. And that's why, you know why he's just a good super agent? You know why he's not great? If he was great, his top client, Mr. Harper, wouldn't be ringless right now. He'd have a ring right now. But that's why he's not great. He's just good. And God bless Trevor Bauer for putting out. Because then there was another report that came out today to back up that Scott Boras, has been emailing players, oh, don't back down, don't feed in, don't let in. They can't play a season without you guys. No shit, Sherlock Holmes. There's got to be players to play. But goddamn, you're not doing it for them. You don't care about them and the coronavirus. All you give a damn is about yourself, you greedy, selfish bastard that you are. That's all you give a shit about. So let's get that straight. Yes, I am fuming at my ears. And God bless Trevor Bauer said that. I couldn't be happier.
And that is what we call Promo Class 101 by George Katz.
Goddamn, WWE, AEW, if you need me to cut some promos for anybody, I'll do it. I'd be gladly to help. But goddamn Scott Boras, that's why I fume every time I hear his mouth. Every time he opens his mouth, it just irritates me. But as for the MLB and the MLB PA, I'm going to say this once. MLB Rob Manfred.
Commissioner Rob
Manfred. Do you know how bad it's going to look on your resume and all MLB and MLB PA when we're rolling into the summer and the NHL and the NBA are rolling in, resuming their seasons that should not have been played, but this pandemic is letting it be played, and they've resolved their issues, and they're playing in your summer, the season you own, and you're not doing a damn thing about it, and you're not playing just because of little wages and money issues. That's going to look horrible. You don't want that, do you? You don't want that. So figure it out. Make everybody happy and get playing, because honestly, we're the most social distance sport out there. We got gloves to protect ourselves when we bat. We got gloves in the field. We're distance are around the field. The only thing closer are the umpire, the catcher, and the batter, if we all think about it. So it's going to look real bad when Adam Silver and what's the NHL commissioner's name?
Batman.
Another heel. Come in and your summer, your season that you own that nobody touches because they're all in the off season and they're owning it and they're the hottest thing, and you already have a problem with marketing in America because your demographic and the viewers is older, and the NBA and the NHL, NHL's got all of Canada. They don't even worry. And then whatever they get from America, and the NBA is rising, and they're right there at the NFL because David Stern's done a hell of a job, and Silver.
Oh yes,
Adam Silver, because David Stern made a global game.
You're right.
And
I apologize.
And Adam Silver has since taken over, has made it better and better. And
you're sitting there,
and
in the
you're
corner.
sitting there, shivering, quaking in your boots, and a standoff over money. That's gonna look real bad, isn't it? Because you already have a problem. You might be America's pastime, but as of right now, you know your demographic, your viewers, you are losing it. And it's going to even look worse when the NBA and NHL come in your summer and they take it. So smarten up and think about what you're doing and figure it out. God damn. I can't believe I just had to have this conversation, but it's simply embarrassing. So figure it out. And don't let Scott Boras run your goddamn league. Don't let that super agent run your organization, man. Grow a set of balls and put him down on the ground that he should have been.
That was beautiful.
That was majestic.
All right, episode's over.
Nah. I'm off my soapbox now. Now I'll get back to the product and layout that I want to finish this episode in.
Okay, division rundown.
If there's a
Who's gonna win the
season.
divisions? If we think about it, let's just go.
So what would the divisions look like hypothetically now for this COVID season?
They would combine.
Okay, so all these divisions stay the same.
You just combine the AL and NL, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. Well, no, you don't combine them as a division. It's just that those are the only teams they will play.
Right. So like the AL East and the NL East.
Those are they'll only play each other, but they won't like combine and become their own division.
Oh, okay.
They stay separate divisions.
Gotcha.
That's the proposed. Right. That's honestly not the problem right now. The problem right now is like as we just had a what's it called, like a TED Talk on.
Yeah.
We just learned
TED Talk by George Katz.
Yeah. So AL NL Central, if those two combined,
we're gonna have a real Cubs Sox rivalry for one. That would be fun.
they'd play a lot.
Yeah.
I think they play like
10.
They play like 15 games each other. Or something. They play a lot against each other.
Well, what's the breakdown? Like, how many people would come out?
I have no clue. No, it's still it's 6.
Oh, okay.
2 wild cards, right? How's it work? 5? Is there 5 teams in each? One wild card game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So, let's say, first of all, the East is going to be so fun to watch.
Yeah.
You've got New York and Boston who are decent. You've got Vlad.
No. Leave Boston out of it. They're not decent anymore. It's more, in my opinion, it's more New York. The Vlad and the young boys and the prospects in Toronto.
Bo Bichette. And Biggio's
kid. Tampa Bay's up there still.
Oh, wait, they were good last year, weren't they?
Tampa, yeah, they were good.
They made a run for a while.
They got Blake Snell.
And then you had the NL. You got the reigning defending champions, the Washington Nationals, the Braves, another loaded New York team. The Subway Series will be interesting. God, excuse me.
Disgusting.
All right, you know what? Kiss my ass. It's my show. I'll do what I want on it.
And then just 2 dog shit teams.
We're not gonna call Philadelphia that bad. Like
they could contend.
And an up and coming team.
Yeah, they'll be up and coming for
probably
until I marry.
Well, if that ever happens.
Big bet.
Just think about that.
Exactly. And then you got Miami. I want to see a 30 for 30. The rise and fall of Miami. Please make that in the works.
And then just Jose Fernandez. After Jose Fernandez, they fell.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then they traded Stan. They traded Yelich. You dummy. You could make a 30 for 30.
And then Jeter came and basically just fire sold the whole time.
Jeter's doing whatever he wants. And then you got the dog shit Baltimore, dog shit Miami. Okay.
All right.
That's a fun division.
AL Central, NL Central.
Okay, Minnesota obviously is there. Cleveland, they're just a weird
team. They're tweeners. They don't know what they're. Yeah, again, small market team. They don't know. Like I said, I know I mentioned in a previous episode. One day they're contending, another day they're selling. So that's a flip of a coin.
Kansas City's dog shit.
Kansas City. Whit Merrifield, please come to the Cubs.
I feel bad for him, dude.
Yeah, Detroit has been rebuilding, and then Al Avila.
Pittsburgh Pirates in the NL.
Wait! You skipped a team.
I know, but I want to get the Garbos out of the way.
Oh, I apologize. Okay, fair enough.
Pittsburgh Pirates,
Central,
Garbo, Cincinnati Reds. Other than that, it's
mediocre.
just mediocre.
Yeah, I mean, a flip of a coin. We'll
You
see.
know what? I just praised Trevor Bauer, so
Yeah.
Yeah, just put him over. Make him babyface.
I'll make him babyface. And then you have the real competitions now with obviously us, Milwaukee, St. Louis. I don't know.
St. Louis is always contending.
They have that new
St.
manager.
Louis
They
is
have the
always
manager now.
contending.
Yeah, and now with the new manager that
Yeah.
they took the interim tag off of him last year.
Yeah.
Forgot his name.
Wow.
But anyway, shout out to him.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Hey
And
man,
then
they won the division, so they obviously
we
have
obviously
relevance.
said Cleveland Tweener, Minnesota's up there. Then Chicago White Sox will have that crosstown rivalry. I am looking forward to all the White Sox fans and Cubs fans getting into brawls at this point.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
am
true.
I am interested. I'm not gonna shit on the White Sox. I am actually excited to watch them. I want to see them compete.
Yeah.
Hopefully they make the playoffs. I feel that would
That'd be fun.
that'd be
That'd be
fun.
fun.
for
That's
us
I think
being
that's
in
what we need,
Chicago.
especially now during this COVID time. We need something to look forward to.
I would gladly look forward. Do I think Sony Studio and Games might blow them a little bit? That's a different topic, but yeah. But other than that, I will respect the talent they have brought in. The talent. Hopefully, they will call up. It's not official yet.
Luis Robert.
They're,
Madrigal.
They're on the up and up. So
Yeah,
I tip
they're
my
on the
cap.
rise.
The
They're
South
on the
Side.
rise.
I always liked Ricky Renteria, low key.
Yeah,
I think he's a perfect manager for that clubhouse, especially for the
Latin
for
Americans.
the Latin American players. He's such a good bridge to the big leagues for them.
Yeah.
So
I'm very excited to see they got obviously Grandal. Do I agree with the contract? No, they still got him though. Keiko's contract too. Do I agree with him?
no, they need Gio Gonzalez, just that little fourth.
The loogie.
killer.
All right, he's not a cup.
No,
He has been,
been
yeah.
the cup killer.
Yeah, we'll admit it. He's been a cup killer. So you know what? I tip my hat to the White Sox. Hopefully there is a season. So
If you really think about it, all these divisions, if they intermesh, are
Mhm.
excited to watch.
yeah,
I'm really not excited about the West.
Okay, the West. Okay,
It's been
Padres and
boring.
Giants are,
Emmanuel Machado, have fun.
and Eric Hosmer. You guys got the nice little contract in the sunshine to get your nice tans on. You're not competing, so enjoy the sun while it's there. San Francisco.
Giants, I feel like officially
They're
reset
officially
button.
rebuilding right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Bochy
That-
retired.
End of an era, like I said, hell of a run.
Mhm.
What they have like 3 World Series
In 6 years.
Yeah, tip my cap to them.
And then
Colorado, shout out
Duh.
Aaron.
Arenado has his own struggles there. I know you want to be a Cub, Nolan. I know you do. That's it. But we tried.
That's a story for another day.
Things got in the way. The ink was dry that day. That's all I'm gonna say.
The ink was dry. Some other committees took over. Arizona, interesting team. Mad Bum again.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
don't know.
traded for Marte too. Starling.
Oh yeah.
Which
I don't
is
know.
interesting. They have Ender. Oh no,
Ender
AJ
and
Parks
Tiag?
and
Oh, yeah.
LA. Never mind.
That'll be interesting. I don't know.
I don't know. But other than Bumgarner, who really they have for pitching?
Robbie Ray.
I
right?
couldn't even.
Yeah,
tell
Robbie
you.
Ray.
Mediocre.
He had that one good year.
I don't know.
That's it.
And then obviously we got the Dodgers.
The Dodgers obviously
They're
will
gonna
come
make
out
the
of that.
playoffs,
Yeah.
yeah.
Got it. Like, I would want to see the Dodgers compete. Like, if they were in the Central and the East, well, obviously, it's not how the map works. Like, I would actually want to see compete because for them, they know they're going to lock it up. No one's going to compete. So they're.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I feel is so frustrating to be a Dodgers fan. You know you have the easiest cakewalk. And with Kershaw, you can just rest him going into the playoffs, which they try, but in that summer, in the dog days, he has that back spasm. And they just want to rest players. And they do,
But it
but
bites
they
him.
don't. And then when they get to the CS or the World Series, it's
It
just a
bites him.
choke fest. And I really, truly do feel bad. But you know what?
You feel bad for the Dodgers or just for Kershaw?
No, Dodgers fans and
Oh.
Dodger organization. They've built a good team.
No,
Granted,
They
yeah,
always have a good team. They
Grant-
always have a good
Yeah,
team.
Magic Johnson, their owner's not afraid to break the bank when he has to. You know, he's made the signings
Yeah.
that he thought would put him over the top.
Listen, and it's
Do you consider them the 2017 champions?
No,
I'm sorry.
I mean they don't have a ring. Like
The only thing
they
that
still won.
the only I guess you could say the only good thing that
Mm.
that came out of that whole fiasco was the fact that like it wasn't Yu Darvish's fault. Like his pitches were getting tipped.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for all the knock and flack he's
Yeah.
had. Like
Yeah.
True.
so. But anyway,
But it's just
it's hard.
it's
because-
hard to be a Dodgers fan.
Again, it's like saying
but we're rivals because we went 3
Yeah.
straight years in the CS against them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some dog wars.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, I think it kind of goes back to like the whole like steroid thing. Like, yeah, you could be on steroids, but you still gotta play.
Sorry, not 3 years. The Dodgers, we had 2 straight. We played the Mets and we got in 2015. Clap. But that
we
team
weren't ready.
That team was fun too.
That team.
That's another team that. But they only had that 1 year window. If you think about, because Harvey went off the deep end.
Yeah, he's no longer the Dark Knight. He retired.
He retired.
He's like that last scene in Dark Knight Rises where Alfred's just watching him and his family just eating at that place in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's no longer the Dark Knight.
That's just the NL West. Let's get to AL West. AL West is interesting. Really interesting in my opinion.
It is.
Seattle,
Obviously, King Felix retired. I couldn't even tell you a single person in the rotation.
The only thing I want to say is King Felix is the rumor is in the 4th inning program of the MLB The Show. It's a 96 signature series of Felix Hernandez, and they haven't announced it, but I'm looking forward to it. I thought you were going to tell me it's coming out of retirement. No.
Oh, I got excited.
Oakland Athletics, we covered, match him in the face.
Yeah.
That's a good team, but
Small
they're pitching again. Underdog, obviously, like usual.
Yeah, always root for them, small market team.
But their pitching is the problem.
Yeah. Again, small market team.
Yeah. Texas is really interesting.
They
oh my God, I forgot they have Kluber.
But they were trying to get Rendon. They wanted in the KB talks.
I think Texas just needs, they're just trying to get a big name just because they've been so irrelevant
the only
so
big
long.
name they have is Joey Gallo, and that's just home runner dog. But he's a good defender. He's got an arm.
So do we agree Texas is kind of in limbo?
Yeah. They could compete.
Yeah.
Especially now that they kind of have the race, even though
short in season 2 if we have a season. I don't know.
Yeah. If we have.
Now the last two.
Los Angeles and Houston. Houston, obviously, we know all the fiasco. They're going to get drilled every time they play New York, so I think it's a good thing they're not playing them unless it's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's so true, actually.
Let's be real.
Chapman,
they're still going to get drilled, but fuck, Chapman beefed up in that image, bro. You want to get drilled by that shit? Hell no. You couldn't pay me enough. This is a good poll we should have. Would you rather get drilled by an Aroldis Chapman fastball now or get knocked out by Iron Mike Tyson?
Ooh. God, you're on fire today.
Yeah.
The wheels are just spinning in quarantine, dude.
Are you on HGH for the brain?
I will not confirm or deny that statement.
All right. So obviously we know where Houston stands. I still don't know who the hell their manager is. But then the Los Angeles Angels, we know who their manager is.
Fire me, Chicago Cubs. I just want to clear one thing up for all the dimwits out there that kept saying he got fired. No, his contract was up, and we let him go. He had that conversation with Theo Jet. So for all the dimwits and so
irrelevant and irresponsible reporting.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of reporters I don't like. But that's besides the point.
I mean, they literally at the end of the year, Joe Madden and Theo Epstein literally had a joint interview together. And Theo Epstein literally said, "We let his contract expire. We did not."
But it's good publicity if they just say he got fired. No, because it's eye catching for somebody to get fired. Even though they don't care about the man's life and livelihood. If people that actually get fired, it's just good. It looks good in the mirror. That's good shit for them. That's good shit. That's good shit for them. And then, they re-signed Trout to that mega extension, well-deserved.
Loyalty.
They did get Rendon, but again, they're another team. Their pitching is not there.
I'll be honest, and I think I mentioned this in a previous episode. I don't even know a single person in the rotation, other than C.J. Wilson from back in the day. So that just shows you where I stand.
Yeah.
Andrew Keeney.
Who?
R.I.P. Tyler Skaggs.
Oh yeah. That was the guy you strapped the rocket to.
Yeah. No.
Do they have anybody in the farm system? In all honesty,
I really don't. They have Joe Adele, but he's not a pitcher.
However, like I said, I don't mean to rain on their parade. They did, like I said, they had some good signings. Obviously, like you said, re-upping Trout, essentially making him a lifer. I think it was like a 13-year deal.
Yeah.
Bringing in a players manager in Joe Madden. Signing Rendon. So we'll see. They'll chip away.
So based on these. Let's pick 5 people from AL and NL. And NL, I'm picking Atlanta.
Okay.
Chicago. Milwaukee.
LA.
I
think we're all.
And then who's your wild card?
Yeah, you're missing one more.
That's 4.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Did I say Atlanta?
You said Atlanta. Hold on. You said Atlanta, Chicago,
Milwaukee, and LA.
Milwaukee, LA. Do you make Washington's a wild card team?
I'm not taking. I would take the Mets.
Yeah.
Their pitching.
That'd be fun.
Their pitching is so good.
I think they'll have a championship hangover naturally.
Yeah. Everybody does though.
They don't have Rendon either.
That's a big star.
Yeah, and you're playing less games, so you don't have more time to kind of kind of shake off that championship hangover.
Yeah. What do you think, Shane?
That would be the same. Yeah.
I agree. The Mets. That's a nice wild card one. Yeah.
If not Madison, I would say Washington because even though they will have that championship hangover, but will they not because of all this?
I feel like now, in this quarantine time,
it's tough to tell. And if they start off slow, they did last year, and they picked it up.
Gonna bite them.
Right, but it's gonna bite them this year because it's shortened season.
Exactly. So it depends.
Yeah.
So I think I'm not saying hell no. I'll never say Philadelphia in the playoffs out of my mouth yet.
Just for that, it's gonna happen.
If it does, then all the Philly fans should buy me some dilly beers.
You mean for me, dilly beers?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I can't drink.
Oh my God, we're breaking the fourth wall.
Sorry, guys.
All right,
this is water.
Maybe
Here,
St. Louis. I could see.
I mean,
we said that last year too.
Did that happen?
It almost happened, but injuries piled up. That Rizzo knee injury when he was gone for that St. Louis stretch.
Yep.
Yeah, that killed us.
Javi's thumb and hand.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, you every team, obviously you have the talent, but you also need a lot of luck on your side.
Mm-hmm.
And these past 2 years, especially last year, like luck was not on the Cubs side.
No. I feel like that now Central and AL East, you could have 3 teams.
Yeah. All right. So one more time, let's do a recap. We said the Cubs,
Braves,
Brewers,
Braves, Dodgers, Mets.
and then wild card is the Mets. Right. What about the AL? Who we got here? Obviously the Yankees.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take New York and Houston.
Yeah, that's a safe lock.
I'm gonna take Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Oakland.
Ooh.
This is tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't trust the Angels. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take Tampa Bay.
And then who's your wild card?
That Tampa Bay's our wild card.
You don't have the Sox making it?
I don't think so.
Here's the thing.
I think they're too young.
If we didn't have this format, potentially, do you have the Sox making it?
No.
So Eddie Olczyk's gonna lose that bet that he placed at the Rivers Casino.
I don't know. I just don't trust them. I don't know.
It'll be fun. I hope so.
Giolito, I don't trust their pitching. Giolito's either going to get rocked. Who's the guy we traded them? Dylan Cease. God awful.
Everybody was like, "Oh my God, they gave so much up for Jose." Well, Dylan Cease.
Where you at?
I miss Eloy, but I do miss Eloy.
But he wouldn't have fit us though, if you think about it.
Especially now, like if there's that universal DH, like that solves the Schwarber problem.
Yeah, it does.
They're both DHs, Schwarber and Eloy. We would have had essentially two DHs.
You would have had 2 DHs playing the field, and then if Eloy stayed with the Cubs,
that's a good pull right there.
It would have been a already crowded outfield, on top of what it is now. Yeah. But anyway, so we have. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I'll say that's a good pull right there. Who would you want as your outfield? Eloy, Schwarber.
Neither. I put him at DH.
You gotta pick one.
Gun to my head.
Gun to your head.
Someone's got probably Schwarber.
You gotta either make a fly ball or they gotta gun the guy out, give someone.
At this point, I say Schwarber because I've seen him do it.
Schwarber.
I haven't seen Eloy do it where he's at in his career and with
he's been so injured out there, dude.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He needs to be a DH.
Yeah, I don't think he feels comfortable.
No, that's no knock on him. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people gave Schwarber flack, but like I said,
he busted down though.
Yeah, was it 2-3 seasons ago where he literally trimmed down? He busted his butt. Got in a good shape, and he was gunning people out when they were trying to steal on him.
You know what I think, though, is the greatest – this is going to sound so bad. One of the greatest things happened to Schwarber is when he did tear that ACL, and he got that taste of rehab and working out constantly.
Yeah.
And then
PJ knows how to work him out, baby.
And then he came back to the World Series a fucking monster. Only though he DH'd, come on.
Thank God the World Series format was what it was. Yeah, we didn't have home field, but we needed that DH spot. So in a way, we kind of did, but we didn't.
But imagine if he could have played the field though, whatever. Nah, I wouldn't have risked it. But that DH thing.
No, that's the thing. If he was,
all he had to work on was fucking hitting in the fall league and shredded. He still was
just tracking 1,000 pitches a day. Yeah,
dude. Yeah. Come on, that's a World Series story. Everybody's gonna live the down in Chicago.
He's listening to Eye of the Tiger in the background during his workouts.
But I'm saying the greatest thing, he got that taste of workout, and then he said, "Damn, I love it. I'm gonna commit to it, and I'm gonna."
The season after, he came shredded.
Shred and be slim. Whew! As bad as it was, And when he tore it in Arizona, I know a little tear was shed on my part.
I know your daddy went down.
Yeah,
Daddy Schwarber.
Yeah, but it's okay. He got that taste. He's like, God, it's good.
You
To
know,
feel rewarded. He pushed himself. He's like, God, I'm gonna do it, and he committed. Greatest thing to ever happen to him.
you know, if Schwarber ever wanted to have a career in wrestling, you could definitely be his mouthpiece.
100%. But my predictions for the AL. Goddamn, I can't even see the whole thing anymore because this man's.
Okay, go.
All right, here we go. Last
New York, obviously.
Houston
Lock. I want to go Chicago. I'm just gonna go White Sox.
I go White Sox. I agree. I want to put him in there just so you know we don't get heat on us.
Man, I don't care.
Yeah.
You're young. You
I
don't
don't
care.
care.
You're young, wild, and free.
I'm going with them.
Minnesota.
Nah, I'm going 3 out of the AL East. I'm going
3 out of the. Who you
I'm
taking?
going Tampa and the baby Blue Jays.
You're such a.
What?
If you didn't have Cousins in Toronto, you would not even be thinking about that.
That's not true, dude.
You would not even be thinking about that.
Yeah, I would have.
No, you would not be thinking about that.
That
You know
team
what?
is deadly.
We'll
No,
see.
it's not. Vlad hit like 210 last year. Vlad's not as good as advertised, first of all.
You don't
Dude,
know. It's a new
Novacek's
season.
We don't
the best
know.
Rookie on their team last year.
Biggio is good.
Who's their pitching staff?
Listen,
Okay,
we'll take
yeah,
you.
alright, fine.
Listen, we'll
Throw
take
the
you to the
pitching
six.
staff.
We'll take you to the six one day. We'll go to a Blue Jays game. You'll understand.
Okay, fine.
Make my day.
Fine. Then I'll
You
take
can't-
Minnesota because I forgot
Listen,
Toronto doesn't
Their
have pitching.
rotation
Okay, fine.
sucks.
All right, I'll take Minnesota.
Oh my God.
You know why they were good?
Actually, no.
You know why? Listen. You know why the Blue Jays were good?
I really don't want to take Minnesota because they're just gonna make it to the first round and just get shit on.
Well, yeah.
That's the fucking problem here.
So I know. But listen, do you know why the Blue Jays were good during that run? Because who was their GM? He was a Greek guy. Enough said. He Greek, baby.
You know how to run a team?
Yeah.
He can control money from Greece.
Oh my
my
God.
You don't know about that over there.
All right,
All
let's go to
wrap
season
this up.
predictions.
All right, who's your NL and AL MVP?
I know MVP. I'm going to go
I'm going
Christian
to
Yelich.
Acuna.
Christian Yelich.
Okay, he's gonna go back to back. Oh no, he
No,
lost.
last year. I'm
Bellinger
gonna-
lost.
You know what? I'm gonna go Acuna too.
Yelich is the second best player in the league. I think he is. I don't think he's debatable.
I don't think he is.
All right, so Yelich, Acuna.
Yeah,
All right,
AL,
AL MVP,
Trout.
Trout, yeah.
Trout.
No.
Make my day.
You just don't
I'm
want to
gonna
agree with us.
take-
He doesn't want to
yeah,
agree
no,
with
I don't
us.
wanna agree with you.
He's that guy. All right,
I'm
who do
gonna
you trust?
take.
Obviously, you don't know. It's taking you too long.
You definitely want to take Trout.
My heart says Trout.
AL MVP.
Yes.
I know. You don't need to say yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were
AL
asking.
MVP.
Yes.
I'm gonna take.
Do you want a drum roll?
Matt Chapman.
No.
This better not be blasphemy. Don't say Aaron Judge or Giancarlo Stanton. Don't say that. You look like an idiot.
Do you wanna
Don't say
buy-
Gleyber Torres
Do
either.
you want to buy a vowel at this point?
Yeah, he doesn't want. He knows it's Trout. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be Trout.
Okay, thank you.
But
So,
no,
finally,
no,
some
no,
honesty.
No.
Your opinion.
Your
okay.
dark horse.
My dark horse for MVP. From
You can't think.
Stop. From
Oh God.
the Minnesota Twins.
Oh boy. Make my night.
Mitch
Aw.
Garver.
The catcher.
Why
He can
not?
hit nukes.
You know
That
what?
man can hit nukes.
It's gonna be a shortened season. It's gonna be an interesting year. Why not?
You
All
gotta
right.
believe in my boy Mitch Garver.
All right.
That's just a nice joke.
Moving on.
No. Or out of New York, I believe in Aaron Judge.
At least you didn't say Gleyber Torres. So.
Yeah,
All right.
Mr. Untouchable. Let me get the John Cena song going right now.
Okay,
So,
NL Cy
Think
Young.
you're untouchable. And LAL saying, okay, Cole's winning Cy Young in the
Yeah.
year.
No, he's not.
Who's
not gonna win Cy Young?
who's gonna win
I'm
it? then?
taking Greinke.
What? You know what? Why not?
Or
Prime
Verlander.
Green-
Or Verlander.
I'm going Garrett.
I'm going Garrett too.
I
You know.
know.
You know why? Do it for me one more time. Do it. Thank you.
Or Jose Barrios.
No. He had an off,
Underrated.
he had an off year last year, bro.
Underrated.
2
I'm
years
not-
ago,
I'm not
Jose
Cy
Barrios
Young.
said-
I know Cy Young.
Dude, there's a lot.
I know Cy Young.
Probably
I'm
the
going
Grom or
to take
Scherzer.
Walker Buehler.
That's a good one.
Starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Or my dark horse is
Clayton Kershaw.
My dark horse is you, Darvish.
Yeah.
I like
Maybe
Yu
you. Why not?
Darvish.
Max Scherzer.
Max Fried.
Scherzer.
Max Fried was a guy.
He was a guy
last
last year.
I'm gonna think.
But I
about
feel,
it.
okay, my dark horse is Darvish and I'm sorry, but the best pitchers in baseball, it's either gonna be Scherzer or DeGrom.
Yeah.
No one can compete with them really.
That's
if you think
true.
about it.
That'll
You
be
can't hit them. A slider coming at 90 and a fastball at 100. What do you mean?
You want to step in the box, Junior?
Freya doesn't have those types. Like that's why they're so deadly.
Yeah, I know. That's like the same MVP. Like Mike Trout's gonna win it.
Yeah, I know.
I was just trying to think of someone else.
It's all right.
AL, I know.
I honestly don't know rookies.
Yeah,
I don't. Should we come back to that one?
I don't think we need to come back to it. I have no clue.
All right, TBA.
Will Smith out of the Dodgers, the only rookie I know. Dustin May.
Sure, whatever they said.
He's in the AL. I don't know.
Joe Adele, if they get one of the White Sox.
Adele.
White Sox just call someone else.
Yeah, call Luis Robert.
All right, Coach of the Year.
Do you think Joe Madden wins in the AL?
No. AL Coach of the Year. I'm gonna go.
That was emphatic.
Not Boone. Actually, it's gonna be whoever has a really best record. No,
who's the coach of the
Astros? I have no idea.
Rays?
Kevin Cash. Kevin Cash.
Maybe I'm going.
Kevin Nash. No,
Cash.
So are we gonna go?
It might be Joe Madden. It might be Joe Madden. If they have a good year of stuff with Joe Madden.
For the AL. NL, who you got? David Ross.
Maybe. If they
David
Who's
Ross.
the Mets manager?
Is it Callaway? No, it's not Callaway.
No. Girardi maybe with the Phillies if they make it.
No, I will never say anything good about them.
No.
Oh, Beltran? Oh no, Beltran got it with the.
No, he got.
Whatever. Mets coach.
Right.
Mets manager.
Coach of the year.
Manager.
Yeah, I can see that with the pitching. I'll either go Ross or Mets coach for
Mets manager.
Yeah. For AL, because I understand Tampa Bay, but I'm gonna go with if they make it, Rick Renteria.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, way to disrespect them.
That's disgusting.
Coach of the Year, Rick Renteria.
Manager of the Year.
Coach of the Year. Manager of the Year.
Okay, let's
whatever, same thing.
You know what you are at this point? Pendejo of the Year.
Well, Pepito B.
Oh my God.
World Series predictions.
What I want as my fan, the Chicago Cubs, but I'm gonna be a realist.
Final two.
Out of the AL, Yankees.
The Yankees. I know people are gonna think we're Bronx Riders, but
I don't want to say Dodgers. They're not gonna make it. I really don't.
Yankees
Cubs. Yankees Cubs. What I want, but realistically, it's gonna be Yankees out of the AL. Are we in agreement with the Yankees in the AL?
Who you got out of the AL?
My World Series prediction is Tampa versus Atlanta.
Oh, that'd be dope, actually. All right, I'll go Yankees, Atlanta.
That's my prediction.
It's going to be Yankees and...
I'll go Atlanta, actually.
We got Subway Series because pitching wins. Pitching wins in the fall.
I don't care.
Screw it, why not?
I still want the Yankees. I'm going Tampa, Atlanta.
I'm going Subway Series.
And I'm going to say Atlanta wins it all. Acuna World Series MVP. Actually, no. Ozzy Albies World Series MVP.
What about Friendly Freeman? He's such a nice guy.
You don't get... This is a participation award, buddy.
All right.
I'm going to go Subway Series. Yankees winning it. Garrett Cole MVP.
All right.
Actually, no, not Cole.
You're literally like...
What?
It's his
so
opinion.
Generic.
Why? Have you not seen their payroll?
Fine.
How is it generic? Have you not seen their payroll?
It's very generic.
All right, I'll pick.
God. Texas will win it.
Who's realistically a contender of the year?
You're fine.
No kidding.
Tampa Bay ain't gonna win.
I love it though. I would go crazy.
Tampa Bay.
Okay, fine.
You believe in
Give me the trash bangers again. Give me Houston. Give me the cheaters.
I heard that position is still available.
Let me get coach. Come here. Houston, ring my phone. I know you're opening up down there. You're COVID free and stuff. Give me the call, please. Give me a nice private jet. I'll bang the trash can all the way down the runway. I don't give a shit. If you need a coach, just give it to me, please. I need to get out of this lockdown.
So who you going with then?
Yeah, speak.
Houston versus who?
My boy Ronald Acuna.
I don't know if you're trying to be cute with that.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Ronald Acuna. And
you know what?
The Braves win. And Max Fried is going to be in the MVP.
What is in your cup?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Diamondbacks win.
And Mad Bum's gonna be MVP out of the pen again.
Oh my god. Holy shit. All right. In all honesty, you know what? Since we're doing that, I'm gonna go Cubs Sox.
That's fine.
While the glasses came off.
Woo!
The Sox will never make a World Series.
Bro.
In the next 5 years.
Bro. Oh my, you know what? Just for
They
that.
won't. I'll put money on it right now.
Just for my loved ones out there. In this case, my loved one. We'll go
Oh,
Cubs Sox.
yeah, be moo.
We'll go Cubs Sox, and you can flip a coin who wins.
Okay. No. You're gonna tell me you're gonna have Lucas Giolito throwing game 2?
I actually had Gio Gonzalez winning MVP.
He's better on video games than he is in the actual game. Like,
Well, Sony Studios better be at each game then.
yeah.
All right, no, all right.
They're not winning that.
All right.
I'm gonna go Yankees Atlanta. My final, I promise.
Same. I gotta go Yankees Atlanta.
I'm going Tampa, Milwaukee.
Okay.
Tampa, Milwaukee, small.
Yes.
We're going small now.
Standing
Small
up for the little
markets.
people. How apropos.
What are you, like 5'4"?
5'10.5".
Wow, what a dick.
That's not a cap. I literally just got.
He sprouted.
height
He sprouted.
measured.
He
Yeah, I was
sprouted.
5'4", like.
All right, boys.
All right. This was a fun episode.
Yeah.
I was on my soapbox a lot. We were all having a good time. Great night shooting. Glad to have our guest here
I know you
be a little serious. Try to reel us in. But all in all, I had fun. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for notifications of when the video drops. Go follow our Instagram page for our daily polls. And you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. DM us if you're interested in merch on all of our social media platforms.
And for funny clips, our TikTok page. All this can be found under the Katzzbros podcast platform. Like I said, we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So thank you again for the love and support. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, till next time.
Yeah, adios.
Amigo!